Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Estoy aquí con Nate Peterman. Este muchacho ha llegado muy lejos, de 21 años, y aquí le vamos a preguntar algunas cosas de su vida, su trabajo y sus metas. Nate, tell me what you do, what your career is.
Currently, as of right now, I'm a founder of a digital marketing company called Simba Marketing. I'm very blessed to do what I do. One of my favorite parts is helping other people, marketing them in terms of getting them to the next level, whether they're an athlete, whether they're an entrepreneur, whether you're a doctor. It doesn't matter what you are, as long as I know your vision, as long as I know what your goals are, and most importantly, your end goal, right? We'll be able to give you the blueprint to actually get you, is what I like to call, there's levels to it. So we'll for sure hit those levels and get you there. So
everybody chooses their path to do something with their life. I want to ask you, how did you get into doing marketing?
2 years ago, if you would tell me that I am where I'm at now, I thought you would be kidding me. I really didn't think that I would be where I'm at today. Am I where I want to be? No, right? Because when you're an entrepreneur like myself, I have a mentality where I always want to keep striving for greatness, right? You have the Bill Gates, you have the Mark Zuckerbergs, some of the greatest entrepreneurs of all time, and they will tell you the same exact thing, right? So I'm always striving for greatness. I never thought that I would be here. I'm very grateful. One of my biggest things is, of course, helping people discover their inner purpose, right? I know that personally myself, I've been chosen. I know it's going to sound crazy and it might sound a little biblical and things like that, but at the end of the day, when you really know what you're passionate about and when you know what it is that you can do can really impact somebody's life and really leave a legacy in some type of way, that's when you know that you're chosen, right? At the end of the day, we are all chosen, but you need to realize that you are, because not everybody does. I'm going to remove everything that I have right now. So if I'm on the streets right now and I'm looking for help, right? One of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go to somebody. I'm going to go to somebody that maybe dressed a little bit better. I'm going to go to somebody that looks like they have, everything together. And I'm going to ask them, what's the one thing that's gotten you to where you're at today? I think a lot of people they think that they lost hope, and that's why you see a lot of people in the streets asking for things. You want to ask, but you need to ask for the right thing. If I was in your shoes, I would find somebody, I would ask them, what does it take to get to the next level? Or what is one book that you would recommend me to read, right? I would pick up a book. I would go to the council, the town council, and I would find out what clubs, what organizations do you have that are free of charge. I'm here to learn, because at the end of the day, Juan, it doesn't matter where you're at in your life. It doesn't matter if you're at the bottom. It doesn't matter if you're homeless. If you have a passion and if you have a purpose that just comes out of you like no other, and you're not just like, hey, where can I get some food? And if you're not desperate or needy like that, people are gonna listen to you.
Every time I see you with a book. Okay? This is one of the books I see Nate. Este muchacho siempre se carga este libro, siempre que está ya sea comiendo, ya sea que está en un evento, está solo o está simplemente caminando. Él siempre carga este libro. Nate, tell me, why do you always carry a book?
The reason why I read books is because it sharpens the mind. I started reading, sharpened my vocabulary. Of course, when you're an entrepreneur, you get around some pretty big names, pretty big people, to be honest, some pretty big businesses, and you need to be sharp because they're going to ask you questions sort of like Juan's asking me. I wouldn't be able to answer these questions like this a year, 2 years ago. And I didn't start taking reading serious until 3 to 4 months ago. My goal this year is 30 books. I've read 21 so far. Reading isn't a habit that most people just instantly have. It's like, hey, you read a book? I don't read a book, And the reason I know this is because I talk to people and it's just not first nature. So really, I guess, why I got started is because I know the importance of reading. I know that the more that you read, the more that you're going to sharpen your mind. And I'm so in love with it that I carry a book pretty much anywhere with me now. But I know when I get through this book, even if it's just one gold nugget, I know that it's going to help me in life. And if you don't read, I highly, and trust me on this, I highly recommend that you start reading. And if you're looking for a book recommendation, my first book recommendation is by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. One of the greatest books I've ever read in my entire lifetime, and that's one of the best first books you can start, for sure. It's like, if you don't know what your purpose is and you're just going through life, you're a walking zombie. I'm just being honest. 400 trillion to 1. You had a 400 trillion to 1 chance of being on this earth, and now it's like, don't waste that. People are just like, they have their heads down, they're walking, and I'm like, man, put your head up, put your chest back. Like, we're on a planet called Earth. Like, come on, man, like, this is no joke. Whatever you want to do, if you want to be an artist, like a painter, if you want to be a rapper, if you want to be, shoot, a construction worker, like whatever it is that you want to do, just as long as you achieve, just as long as you accomplish that goal, and that you don't procrastinate, and that you don't put it back and say, oh, I'll do it in 5 or 10 years, or I'm not good enough. Man, you are good enough. Like, straight up. Like, I don't want to hear that, oh, I can't do this because I wasn't gifted or I don't have the ability. Nah. If you're going to say that, I know so many people that have been at the lowest of lows, and they literally came from a rags to riches stories. All right, it might sound cliche because, oh, I can never do that. I was never given anything, or get that out of your head. It's all in your mentality. I listen to podcasts in the car, and I call that a school on wheels. I want to know what it's going to take to get to the next level, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. That's one of the biggest secrets, man. When you know what you're passionate about, and you know, and you can let that vibration exert from you, you are going to attract so many people into your life, so many, whether they're positive people, whether they're people that are successful, you are going to attract such greatness to your life that you're not going to know what to think. And like having somebody come up to me, right? Seeing people that I literally thought of yesterday, and they literally appear today out of the blue. That doesn't just happen, bro. Come on. When you start manifesting what it is that you want, the car that you want, the house that you want, the people that you want to be around, that's when your blessings start to come. You reap what you sow. Giving has been such a huge factor in my life. Me, I was never a big giver, right? I still don't give as much as what I should, but I give way more than what I have a year ago. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter, like I said, if you're on the streets, it doesn't matter if you have 1 penny to your name. If you give that penny, the universe is going to work in your favor, and you're going to get something from that. But if you have the mentality like, yeah, I'm giving to get, you got it wrong. You ain't going to get nothing, all right? But if you have the mentality, and when you become so obsessed, like I am with reading, when you become so obsessed with giving, the universe is going to work in your favor. You're going to meet some amazing people. Things like you're literally going to have somebody come up to you, hey man, here's a blessing of that. Find a mentor, okay? And it starts with asking. Ask somebody, hey, can you be my mentor? And if somebody's looking at you like, huh? Don't take them up as being a mentor, because they don't even understand what that is. All right? Okay, Nate, where do I find a mentor? Okay, like I said, go around town, go to the community, go to the Chamber of Commerce, right? Find somebody that looks like they are, and if they understand what mentor is, they'll take that serious. Some people do it for free, some people do charge, all right? But if you have somebody that does do it for free, trust me, like, it's gonna change your life. All right, so find a mentor. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Start with that book. 3 podcasts. They're really great. Maybe you're not a big reader. Maybe you need something to sort of spark your reading game. I recommend like audiobooks, podcasts. Go to SoundCloud. You know, you look up self-development, personal development, self-help books, audiobooks. There will be some that actually appear on there. And man, have a will. You know, if there's a will, there's a way. Straight up. Like, it doesn't matter where you're at. Like, if there's a will, there's a way. Doesn't matter where you want to be. I'm telling you, like, if you want to make it happen, the universe is going to work in your favor. Absolutely. So my one tip for you guys that I want you to take away from this interview, again, one, really appreciate you having me, man. It really means a lot, is whatever you're doing, whether you have a job, whether you own a business, whether you're in school, whatever it is, I want you to fail. Okay? Now you might be thinking, fail? What do you mean fail? Like, I'm trying to succeed. I'm trying to make it. Of course you're trying to make it. But in order to get to where you want to be, you gotta fail, right? The greats, Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, right? Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, some of the greatest of greats didn't get to where they are if it wasn't for failing. Thomas Edison, the one who created the light bulb, they said he failed over 10,000 times. 10,000 times. Some of y'all, you can't fail more than 5 times and you get like, oh, I can't do it. Like, this isn't meant for me. Try 10,000 times. Because when you fail at least 10,000 times, I'm telling you, man, greatness is coming, right? Even if it doesn't seem like it is coming, even if you're at your, like I said, if you're at your lowest of lows, just keep going. Because the more that you fail, especially if you're young and you're watching this, I want you to fall straight on your face on the concrete. I want you to get some battle scars. Because think of it this way. Would you rather have a business partner that comes up to you, they're a little bit, hey, you want to be partners? They're soft and everything. Or would you rather have somebody that comes up to you that has like bullet holes, scars? Same with working out. Like, I would much rather work out with somebody that has scars, that's been through it, mentally, compared to the guy that looks like they just came off the street and they're like, hey, I'll do it. That's the mentality that you need to have, right? So I want you to fail over and over and over again, but don't take it to heart, right? Because if you take it to heart and you get your emotions in it, drop your emotions. Because when your emotions get into it and you start making emotional decisions, that's when things can really start to go downhill. So again, I want you to fail. When you fail, I want you to look at what happened, reevaluate, okay? If you need somebody to talk to, find a group of people. It's called a mastermind group. Meet with them every single week. Talk to them every single day. And by doing that, reevaluate where you're at. Have somebody else chime in that can offer valid constructive criticism. Valid constructive criticism is key. And by doing that, trust me, you're going to be on your way to greatness. It might not seem right away, but guess what? There's no such thing as an overnight success. I don't care who you are. No such thing as an overnight success. Stay consistent and keep working hard. Let's get it.